Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta What Ifs. Today, I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Could Summon the Lion Clan? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now, before continuing this, a little disclaimer, guys. This might be abandoned by family slash a little bit dark-ish what if, so heads up, guys. And moving onwards, yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to my mic, but the video's voice is a little bit distorted, maybe. And yeah, I checked out the audio while editing, and yeah. Our story begins on October 10th, a few hours after the QB attack, as Minato Namikaze was able to stop the nine-tailed fox from causing any more damage and destroying the whole village with the help of the Toad Clan and his sensei Jiraiya, who arrived in the nick of time, and both of them were able to stop the Biju by splitting the Biju into two parts, sealing half of it within Kushina to save her life, while saving the rest into a newborn of the twins that were born that day. Minato's oldest, Menma Uzumaki Namikaze. But both of them and Hiruzen witnessed the masked person arriving and trying to steal the kid away again, but failing miserably when Kushina tried to retaliate this time around, and vowing that he will return for the Kyubi no Yoko. After that, it was a whole cluster of a mess that was left behind. People were calling for help everywhere. The shinobis were dispatched just after the end of this whole fight and battle that they fought. As now we see, Minato and his family were in the Hokage office, after being patched up and treated by the medics who were sent back to the field by Hiruzen. Alright, Minato, how in the hell did this happen? Said Hiruzen Sarutobi, as he closed the door shut and asked this question to his successor. Everything was going great, and Iwako-sama and everyone was there. What happened to them? You didn't mention any of that. I'm sorry, Hiruzen-sama, but I don't think that she made it. I see. How did this happen? That person. I think it was involved, Sensei. Wasn't it not, Minato? Said Jiraiya. Yes, Sensei, he was the one. I don't know how he did that. Only Kushina can answer that. He had the key to the seal. Seal that Mito-sama created. I don't know how is that possible, but that should not have been possible in the first place. Interesting. He had the key of that seal, you say? Yes, Hiruzen-sama, that is why I am shocked that he was able to unseal the Biju. I see. But now the question is, what are we going to do? What do you mean by that, Hiruzen-sama? The people, they have suffered huge losses, Minato. They would obviously want an answer, and saying that the kid of yours possesses the Biju, I don't think that people will give us the answers that we may want. Sensei's right, Minato. People won't give us the answer that we want. What do you mean? They might want the kid to be executed. I was a Jinchuriki myself. I know how the Jinchurikis are treated everywhere else, Minato. It's not that hard to imagine. So what are we going to do? The only solution that we have is a scapegoat. What? What do you mean? I'm sorry to say, but that is the only solution here. What? You mean to say that I have to make a kid a scapegoat? Yes. That is all I can say and do for you. Or we can do this. To protect the child and yourself, Kushina, we need you two to go into hiding, alongside with Minato, to a faraway place, and all the attention needs to be drawn towards someone else. Someone who will play a vital part in making sure that the heat is off of you two. But who will that be, Sensei? Your other child. What? Listen, Minato. Remember the prophecy, right? It has just come true. The son of red and yellow, born with a power unfathomable, will be the one to be able to bring great change. Your son has been granted that power. It is about Menma. He is the child of prophecy. He needs to go into hiding. He needs the heat taken out of his head. And the only option that I see right now is Naruto. I'm sorry, but that is true. I'm sorry to say, Kushina, Minato, but I agree with Jiraiya. As much as I hate to do this, but this is the only option that we have. You too need to go into hiding. And who better than Jiraiya over here to help you out with that? Is there really no other way? No. I'm sorry to say, Kushina, Minato. Fine. Minato, we have to do this. Besides, prophecy needs to be fulfilled. You have been telling me about this, and I now see it. It happened. But even when we planned out everything, the thing that you were feared about the most, it did happen again. And because of that, we have to fulfill the prophecy. There's no stopping it. I get it too, Kushi-chan. I get it too. And so, on that day, it was decided that Naruto was to be left around, and Hiruzen was left in charge. When the council meeting was held, as now we see, Hiruzen, who was now in the position of the Kage, then was asked the question by Danzo. Everything is fine and well with Minato and, well, his family. But I have one more question. Why was this child abandoned by them, left behind? They abandoned this child because he possesses the Kyuubi soul, while Menma possesses only the chakra. Now the chakra is the most vital part here, and he was being targeted because of the chakra. The man that had caused this attack to happen was after Kyuubi's chakra, and now since the Kyuubi soul is the one left behind, he won't go after Naruto. But that gives us an opportunity, Hokage-sama, said one of the civilians. We can get rid of the Kyuubi this way, no? That is true, but we should not test it out, because if we free the soul, it will reform back, because Kyuubi is immortal. The vessel will die. All I'm going to say is, you can do whatever you wish to do, but in a limit. Just let the boy grow out first, and then reveal this knowledge to the civilians. As that is when it was decided. I'm sorry to do this to you, young one. You might have a tough life ahead, but know this. This is for the sake of the prophecy. And so Naruto's life was exchanged for Menma, and he was thrown into the den of wolves, who were hungry and ready to tear him apart. 5 years go by. As Naruto reached at the age of 5, he was kicked out of the orphanage and already living in the streets. And one night, he was being chased as usual. After every few months, as the people were chasing after him, he was trying his best to get away from them until he bumped and fell into an alleyway, scraping his knee. Naruto was grabbed by the throat of his neck and slammed against the wall. Today's the day, demon. We finally will kill you. What? Please, no. Stop it. What did I do to you? Said Naruto, as he was already on the brink of it. He didn't care if they killed him. He would rather die than live this miserable life. What did he do to deserve all of this? The pain that was being caused to him continuously. Wasn't it bad already enough that nobody wanted him and he was kicked out of the orphanage that he was living in? He had to scrape for food. But that is when something within Naruto burned with fire, as the very core of Naruto began to glow into blue hue, as suddenly his whole body was covered in blue chakra, as Naruto's hand then fell to the ground, as he was on one knee, as the matrix appeared from there, as blood from his lip fell down that was busted, as there was a huge puff of smoke, and now instead of Naruto standing in front of the civilians, there was a huge line between the both, as the line with golden eyes then monitored what was going on. So you're the one who summoned me. Been a while since I was summoned. My name is Mufasa, and I am the king of the Lion Clan. I am quite surprised that such a young boy as yourself was able to summon me, as that is when Mufasa noticed something. Naruto's eyes, they had a golden hue in them. Please, save me. Those eyes were telling Mufasa everything he needed to know, and as the prideful king as he was, he turned back towards the civilian and growled, baring his huge canines at them. Stay away from the kid if you wish to live. And that was more than enough to alert the Anbus as Anbus and the Hokage arrived there. The Lion Summoning Clan. I never heard of that. We do not wish to mingle with you humans. We have no reason to. I can sense Monkey Clan on you. Call Enma here. He will tell you about us. And so Enma was summoned. And to Hiruzen's surprise, Enma bowed in front of Mufasa. My liege, you should have called for me instead of asking my summoner. It seems that your summoner and people are not aware of us. Many of our clans who have made a pact with humans are not liable to share this knowledge without your consent, my lord. And you didn't tell us specifically to share this knowledge, so we did not do so. I see. You have done good. But why is this young one in such a bad condition? His eyes tell me everything. He's out there for survival. You seem like a leader of this village, aren't you, old man? Yes, sir, said Hiruzen, now treading on thin ice because he knew that this was someone who was respected by the other clans as well. As there was another growl. A pride member of yours is in such condition and you show no mercy to him. Why is that? Why is he an outcast? The thing is a monster. He possesses the nine-tailed fox soul. You dumb animal, can't you even sense that? As that is when Enma took into action and slit that throat of that insolent civilian. My liege, forgive these humans. They don't know any better. And that insolent human has been taken care of. Make sure they are done so, Enma, because next time I won't be so lenient. And listen well. I have decided to take this one under my wing. Tell them that he will be back once he is ready to show them what he is truly capable of. As now we see, after that, before any of them could speak, Naruto was taken by the said line. Mufasa, I'll remember that name, said Hiruzen. What the hell, Hiruzen? Are you insane? Do you know who that was? Who was it? That was the leader of the Lion Clan, and he is hailed as the strongest amongst the summoning clans, even trampling over the likes of toads, snakes, as well as the slugs that you possess. What do you mean by that? I never heard of such clan, because they were so prideful that they even denied the sage himself to be a part of their clan. What? Yes, they exist even more before than the chakra itself. They are sacred and deityal clan, similar to a deity known as Leo in the other side of the world. Is that so? I never knew about that. Those are beings filled with pride and royalty in their blood. If you dare to threaten them, they will go to war. And you do not want to go to war with single one of them, because single one of lions is more than enough to take down the nine-tailed Biju with its bare minimum power. Is that so? Yes. And so Hiruzen began to stroke his beard. This could be quite a blessing in disguise. Naruto returning. With being a member of the Lion Clan, we might have that addition. This is a good thing. Alright then. Maybe they will teach him how to control his Biju. What Biju? That kid doesn't have any ounce of Kyuubi's chakra in it. Neither does he possess any ounce of trace of it. I don't understand. Why would Minato and Kushina lie to you? All, said Hiruzen. As after that we see Hiruzen was trapped in his own words. Damn it, I need to get out of this mess. Enma, I'll call you back, okay? And we'll sort these things out. Whatever you're hiding, Hiruzen, know this, I don't support it. You have changed, old friend. And I don't like this one bit. Not one bit. As now we see, Hiruzen went back into his office after sorting things out and sent a letter to Jiraiya. It took a week to get to them, but as soon as it did, Jiraiya, who was at the Toad Mountain, revealed this knowledge to Pa and Ma, and they were both scared. Jiraiya boy, you know what this means? What? That boy might be the child of prophecy. What? How can that be? What do you mean by that? Ma? Pa? You said Menma might be one. I never said about Menma. I said only a child of Minato and Kushina might be one. It seems like it's Naruto. So you mean to say we have the wrong child? Yes. We might have the wrong child at our hands. Shit. No. No. We can't. We can never be so sure. Maybe it was a honest mistake. Look. We're still training him. There is still time. Alright, Jiraiya. Since you were chosen by Gamamaru-sama, we won't interfere. But know this. If this is wrong, then you will be the one facing the consequences alongside with Minato and Kushina. I know, Pa. Ma, just keep this a secret from everyone, okay? We will for the time being, Jiraiya. We will for the time being. And so time began to pass by. As 8 years went by in the blink of an eye, Naruto was now an integral part of the Lion Clan, known as the Pride. He lived in a mountain where the All's line resided. There he was able to learn how to hunt, how to be prideful, and their sage mode, which was after achieving peace. Naruto's canine grew, as well as his claws, which were more than enough sharp to tear through a literal mountain if they wanted to. And as prideful as he get, his strength increases hundredfold as well. That is why he was now a prideful being, and was currently wrestling with Mufasa himself. Come on, kid, is that all you got? As Mufasa roared and dashed towards Naruto, Naruto standing up, his eyes now completely golden, then smirked, baring his teeth. Oh yeah, old man? Come at me with everything you have. I'll show you what a real lion can do. As Naruto then charged and literally wrestled the huge behemoth of a lion and lifted him up and then thrashed him down to the ground. As that is when we see Simba arrived, the son and best friend of Naruto. Oh, father, it's time. Naruto, you as well, get ready. We're departing soon. Alright, Prince, as you say. Naruto, please stop calling me that. You know I hate it when you do that. Well, you are my friend, and the prince of this clan, this pride, and so as such, I will respect you. You know, you can challenge Mufasa for the rank of the title now, Naruto. You're eligible. Wait, what? Yes, but I won't. Why? Said Simba. Jeez, what makes you think that I have the time to stay here and watch over the pride? They are my family, but I have to go and explore. As Mufasa said. Good to know that. At least there is still a wandering spirit around us. Well, we'll always be standing by your side if you need us. Not like I'm gonna, but yeah, I'll take your word. Spoken like a true king. Well, let us depart, Naruto. No, I'll go on there on my own. And so Naruto disappeared in a puff of smoke, saying goodbye, and now was standing inside the Hokage office. His hair was now long, like a mane, and was shining gold, as Naruto's eyes were blue, but they had now slits in them, like lines. As Naruto then arrived in front of Hiruzen. Hello there, Hiruzen, said Naruto, as his canine was visible. It's been a long time. No, Naruto. Yes, it's me. I am back. But I thought that he thought that I might take some time or would have died by now there, huh? But I guess that was wrong of you to think. Well, I am here. Now do tell. Where can I go to become a shinobi? Because that is what I was told I should become. Oh, go to the academy. Take the test, and once you pass, you'll become a genin. Alright? And so Naruto was guided there. After he arrived, he introduced himself. My name is Naruto. That is all you need to know. As Naruto was seated, as now we see, Kiba arrived. He smelled like a feline. And so what, mutt? Said Naruto. As his killer intent was released, we see that everyone froze. especially one Sasuke Uchiha, who became scared because he has felt that killer intent before. Something similar to that, that is. And on that moment, we see Iruka came in. Alright, today is the tests for graduation, and we have a special guest as well. Naruto. He was trained by the Lion Summoning Clan, whatever it is, and he is here right now. And will be taking the genin test alongside us. Lions? You've been raised by them? Yes, what? So you better stay away from me, or I'll tear you to shreds. Tell your mutt, said Naruto, looking towards Akamaru, as Akamaru whimpered and yipped at Kiba to guide away. And so now we see. Iruka then said, Alright, the first test is sparring sessions. Since Sasuke is the top of the class, he gets to pick. I want the new kid. Was raised by the Lion Summoning Clan, right? I wish to see just how powerful he is. Alright, Uchiha. I'll show you. With pride. As Naruto and Sasuke then were standing one in front of one another. As Sasuke then smirked and said, Let's begin already. I'm itching for a fight. And as soon as Iruka gave the go, he dashed, as everyone was already sure that Sasuke was gonna win, until Naruto grabbed him by the face and literally slammed him to the ground, causing cracks to appear. As Sasuke was baffled, as blood was seeping out of his nose. After he was coming out of infirmary, we see that Naruto was standing there. Well, that takes care of it, doesn't it? As after he got bashed up, he then said, You'll pay for this insolence. I am the Uchiha-sama of this village. You know who you're messing with? Uchiha-sama? Last time I checked, your clan was wiped out from what I have heard. Which Sama are you? Tell me. The one who survived barely because his brother left him alive barely on a whim as a spear for his eyes? Said Naruto. As that is when we see Sasuke found himself surrounded as if a predator, an apex predator, was circling him as Naruto began to do that. As he growled, Now listen here, Uchiha. The only reason I didn't hurt you was because you challenged me fair and square. If you continue to play these dirty tactics, I will kill you in your sleep. Or kill you in a battle. What makes you think that Koda will let you live after that? Do you think I honestly care about what they do and what they do not? Listen to me and listen to me well. I do not care about this village and all of its rules. I am here for only one reason. Because my clan wishes for it. For me to go and explore amongst my own people. But the more I stay here, the more I miss my clan. As that is when we see Naruto, after grabbing his headband, was about to leave, but his back of the head was slammed with a rock, as it was Sakura. Who do you think you are, huh? Arriving here out of nowhere, you monster! Before she could continue, Naruto literally slapped her face, causing her to literally twist into twirls mid-air 3 times before falling face first to the ground. Shut the hell up, you annoying bitch. Who does she think she is? You hit a girl. You're going to become a Konoichi, aren't you? Yes? What's your name? Yamanaka. Just tell me, what would you do once you are surrounded by enemy shinobi? Would you tell them the same? No, right? Or else they would just kill you and rape you even. How? Tell them, Iruka. Isn't that the truth? It's killed or be killed out there. Either you become the predator, or you become the prey. It's up to you to decide. I have taken down predators while in my training, and they became prey to me. Either you become an apex, or you will become a prey. Take that lesson to your mind and heart, otherwise you will fail miserably on your very first day, and will be brought back in a coffin, or maybe in pieces. As Naruto gave a chilling laugh as he went back. And so, now we see it was evening as Naruto was going back into his apartment after taking the key from Hiruzen, until he was grabbed by people and surrounded. So you're finally back, huh, brat? Remember us? I do. And I now certainly know what I need to do. What? Naruto smirked as showing his canines, and what followed suit was a massacre. As Naruto was standing on the other side, as grave piles upon piles of bodies were laid there. Next day when it was discovered, Hiruzen was baffled. More than 250 people were killed last night in bunch of mobs, different places altogether. They tried to attack him, and he took down each and every one of them, like he was deliberately going through around the village, searching for such peoples. Call Naruto Uzumaki to my office. As Naruto was called there, as the whole council was brought in. What do you have to say for yourself, then, Naruto Uzumaki? We can punish you legally now. Can you? Yes, we have the authority. Do you think I will accept your authority, dear civilian? You have to. You have no other way. What makes you think that? I am a being who works with pride. If you have the pride, then stand up to me and fight me. If I am defeated by any one of you, I'll take and listen to you and take your orders like a tag dog. As Danzo then said it is in his onbus all at once, but what got followed suit was the massacre of his onbus right there right in front of him. Naruto teared them to shreds as he had a smile all the time on his face, locking eyes directly with Danzo. And at that moment, Danzo felt something that he hasn't felt in a long time. Fear. Bone-chilling fear, rising from the deepest pits of his stomach, as goosebumps begin to appear from his right hand fingertip all the way down to the back of his neck. As the civilians were also scared. Listen to me and listen to me well. The only reason I'm going to be living here is because I was born here. Otherwise I have no reason to live here, in this place. And if you try to mess with me in any sorts of ways, I will tear you all to shreds. Got that? Good. Now leave me the fuck alone. As after that, Naruto was put into a team with Sakura as well as Sasuke. Both of them knew at the moment that not to mess with him because he has just made Council his literal bitch. And not only that, he has scared the shit out of everyone and killed 250 people in a single night, and that in itself says a lot about him. He was a monster that was created by these people. What Hiruzen has taught. And at that moment, while Naruto was doing his D-rank missions, a letter came from Jiraiya. In that letter, there were a lot of papers, and Hiruzen was going through them, telling him about the training and how it was successful somewhat, and how they were going to return. And once Hiruzen reached at the end of the letter, it was a page that he was about to read. We see Naruto come in. Oi, old man Kage. Naruto? Yes. We're done with the quota of the 40 missions. It's time that you give us something big. Like a C rank mission. Or an A rank one. Call in Tazuna. And so Tazuna was brought in and Naruto scared him shitless, and so they went on the trip. And once Naruto departed, that is when Hiruzen realized that he hasn't read the last piece of paper. And once Hiruzen did, he fell down on his chair with a slump. No. What have we done? If we find out about this, then... No. No, Jiraiya, you fucked up big time. We fucked up big time. He's gonna tear us to shreds. And so now we see Naruto went on the Land of Waves mission, and once he did, he teared through the both demon brothers, and even was about to tear through Zabuza until Haku intervened. As Naruto sensed that it was a bond between them, as Naruto stopped. Stand up, Zabuza. You're a warrior. You fought me fair and square, but you were defeated. Like in the line Pride. Once you can't back up your word and challenge someone, and if you are defeated, you are to flee from the Pride. I'll give you that option. Flee. Leave this place. If you don't by the sunset, then I will kill you after hunting you down. As after hearing this, Zabuza then said, Why? Why what, Zabuza? Why giving me a chance? Everybody deserve it. Said Naruto. As Kakashi then said after they left, Everybody? Not you bunch. Everybody yourself aside from you. As after that, Naruto then killed out Gato the same night once he found out through Haku, who as a repayment gave away Gato's hideout for letting them live and making an example out of him. Once Naruto returned, he found out that there was a huge celebration going on and the people were looking at him with smirks. But that is when Minato announced that Naruto was his son. And not only that, he never was the Jinchuriki of the QB. Hearing these two words, Naruto was beyond enraged, so much so that he released such killer intent that the QB sealed within both Minato and Menma as well as Kushina was awoken. Someone killer intent is leaking out. Is it another Bijo? Could it be even Shinjo? No. Who am I? Who am I kidding? That cannot be. I'm still here, aren't I? By that aura. That killer intent, it's almost similar to him. As even the QB felt chills run down its spine for a moment, before closing its eyes. Whatever it is, it's like a hell descending upon Konoha. I do not know whose tail to step on this time, but they are going to go down. As immediately Naruto was standing in front of Minato, his eyes golden, as his long golden hair was flowing in the air like a mane. What do you mean I am your son? As immediately Anbu surrounded them, as Naruto released a chakra pulse so hard that cracks appeared on the top of the Hokage tower and threw away all of the Anbus. As Naruto grabbed Minato by the neck and lifted him up. Tell me, Minato no Mikaze, what do you mean by that? Naruto, what are you doing to your father? As Kushina then tried to intervene to stop using her adamantium chains, but Naruto grabbed onto the chains and literally lifted her up into the air and slammed her back on the ground. Fear not, Kajan. Dojin, leave this monster to me. As charging up her Sengan, Menma charged towards Naruto, only for Naruto to dodge and grab his hand and crush that wrist until the bone shattered. As Naruto didn't stop there, he literally broke the arm and grabbed out the bone that was dislocated, ripped it out of his skin and stabbed straight through his shoulder, piercing his chakra coil with that bone. As that is when Naruto was surrounded by armies upon armies of shinobis from all sides. As Naruto's eyes were glowing gold dangerously. Naruto, stop! I know you're enraged, but that doesn't mean that you have to let loose like that. Let loose? You call this let loose? I have been almost killed when I was young by this stupid bunch of people who were wrongly told that I was the Jinchuriki of the QB, and you say that I did not have any reason to go off? Naruto yelled out, almost making it look like a fine, Konoha. Fine. I'll give you 3 days to explain this whole shit to me, how it doesn't make sense. But after those 3 days, there will be hell. I have a request, Naruto. Said Jiraiya, give us at least after the Chunin exams. What? Chunin exams are near. Your sensei might have told you about them, right? Yes, he did. They're almost upon us. After we're done with them, we'll give you the answers you need. It'll only take 2 months, so please, we told you to wait. Until 2 months. Fine, I'll wait for 2 months, but if I don't have any answers that I like, I will rip you all to shreds. We'll go to war, Konoha. As now we see, Chunin exams within a week arrived, as Naruto, which was much more pissed off, was then walking with both Sakura and Sasuke, both of whom decided to avoid him because they did not want it to be the ones who would be at the receiving end of his rage today. As now we see, the first part of the exam went as in canon, and in the second part, Naruto noticed that something was odd. As the second test began, they were attacked, as Naruto's team was attacked by a ranged shinobi team. Naruto butchered them down, taking the scroll. As Sakura was about to yell out, but Naruto glared at her. Do not speak a word, Haruno, or I'll kill you here. I'm trying my hardest to keep my patience at bay. Don't make me let loose right now. As after that we see Some eyes were following them. Naruto was aware but ignored them at the time, until they were attacked again, revealing to be a snake shinobi. As that is when he stopped. Why is a line here? We did not agree to this, Orochimaru. There is a line here. A line? Lion summoning clan member. The member of the pride. They're the royalty of the summoning clans. Why is one here? Snake clan. Leave this area or we will go to war. Is that something you want, Snake? Manda will not be happy, Orochimaru. There is an unbroken code amongst the summoning clans. Do not mess with the Lion clan. Because if you mess with the pride, you mess with the whole jungle. We don't want to mess with everyone, and every other clan to be our enemy. And after hearing about that, Orochimaru did what he had to. He retreated. Orochimaru, do you know someone like that? He's the snake sage. But what does he mean that? The pride has more respect than you and your mother, I don't know. That is all I'm gonna say. Let's just say we didn't spread our legs to get this reputation that we have, that your mother did, to achieve. As after that, Naruto and his team tracked along and finally entered the preliminary rounds. Naruto beated the hell out of Kiba, who tried to challenge him for being an alpha. And after doing so, it was Tazumi who intervened and bowed down in asking for forgiveness for her stupid son's behavior, because she realized as soon as Kiba challenged Naruto for the pride, he was a being of pride now, and if anyone challenged him for that, he will tear him to shreds, no question asked. It was a battle to death already. Even if it was allowed to kill in Chunin exams, Naruto was restrained. As this was happening, Minato and Kushina was watching this from afar and began to realize something. How was Naruto able to achieve that? And once they asked this question, when the preliminary rounds ended and the final parts were about to begin soon, Hiruzen revealed everything. How did this happen? And this doesn't make any sense to them until Minato was able to put two and two together. Sensei, Minato said after bringing Hiruzen, Kushina as well as Jiraiya to a room. You lied to us, didn't you? You told us that Minma was the one who was the child of prophecy, but it wasn't. It was Naruto who was born with this power. He was bound to save this world, and the power was to be able to make contract and summon the Lion Summoning Clan. Wasn't that it? Yes. I found out when he was taken in to be a part of it, through Toads. And I told Pa and Ma to keep it a secret because I still believed in Menma. You lied to us. We could have done something. We could have gotten our son back. What makes you think that he would have come back? Said Hiruzen, listen, we all made a mistake. We fucked up, big time. I have no reason to argue with any of you, but this was a mistake that we share. Now Naruto is as he is, and there's nothing we can do to change about that. And that is when an explosion was heard as they dashed outside. What was that? I don't know, let's check. As they all arrived there to find that people with black cloaks and red robes were there. Red clouds were there. We are the Akatsuki. We are here for the Nine Tails. As Naruto knew that he needed them alive for the time being, so he intervened. Sorry, shitface, but get back in line, because I am first in line to have a fight with them. You think you can stop a god? Can you and your fake god stop a pride? As Naruto then summoned his lions, as soon as they arrived, they roared, Pride, I need your help. Everyone, protection formation. Leave the hunt to me. As Naruto then entered the sage mode, his eyes turning complete golden, as he had a smile on his face, his hair began to glow golden as well. Naruto then jumped up high, as what followed suit was slashes after slashes as his nails grew, and he literally chopped off the neck after ripping his teeth into the skin and bearing it out. As what followed suit was a brutal kill of Huntdown, more like it, of the Akatsuki, so much so that only two members, by some miracle, was able to escape. One, Zetsu, and the other one, Toby. As the attack was prevented and Orochimaru was killed, almost killed, by Naruto, if it wasn't for Hiruzen stopping him. As Naruto then said, "Your lucky day, Snake. I would have else otherwise ripped you to shreds." As after that we see, with Obito and Zetsu, that I cannot believe it. The Snake Clan. It was overpowered by some lion. How is that possible, Zetsu? The Lion Clan has been around for quite a long time, Obito. Even long before the Age of Sage. They are once considered to be deities. What? Yes. Deities from the other side of the deserts, known as Leo. These lions are kin of that deity, and because of that, they are considered to be royalty amongst the summoning clan, and they are well respected. Some say that their pride is so much that they didn't even allow the sage to be a part of their clan. Is that so? Yes. And that is why even with Rinnegan you won't be able to summon the lion summoning clan. Yeah, that is true. But now that we are out of people, how are we gonna do this? Only one solution. What? Madara, the backup plan, Obito. We have to do that. Alright, let's go on a hunt. And so they begin to grab their victims for the revival seal. And after doing so, Madara Uchiha's grave was located, the real one. And once more, he was revived. And after his revival was done, we see Madara then came out of his coffin in his prime. Obito, Zetsu. It seems that the plan didn't go along as smoothly as I had hoped for it. Yes, we had to wake you up quite early on, Madara. It's good. It's fine. It's time for us to go and declare war on the elemental nation then. So they waited, and Zetsu brought in a good news within 2 months. That the Kage summit was going to happening. But while that was going on, we see Naruto was losing his patience. 2 months are up. I need my answers, Minato. It was my fault. I was the one who did all of this. Said Jiraiya. You. As Jiraiya revealed everything, and what followed suit was Naruto literally tearing him to shreds in front of them all. Have you no shame at all? Said Menma. What shame? He was the one who should have any shame for destroying my life. But you know what? I have to thank him, and that is why I gave him a painless death. He gave me a chance to become strong, something that is much more stronger than all of you. And I was able to avail it, thanks to him and his mishap. Think about it, Menma. If I am the child of prophecy, then you should have been the one left behind. I had an opportunity to save myself, you didn't. What would have you done? You would have been killed on the very second attack that could have been caused on you. Think about it. These people don't care about you. They only care because they chose you, thinking that you were the child of prophecy. I was born from the same womb that you were, and yet I was left behind. Wanna know why? Because I was the scapegoat made for you to be the child of prophecy. And you could have been my scapegoat. What then? As Menma had no answers to that, as Naruto then said, I'm done here. I'll be going back to my clan. I've seen enough. Within a few days. As Naruto then departed until a letter came for the Kage summit. As all the 5 Kages arrived there, we see that Naruto was told to go alongside them because this was a vogue letter. No other Kage would send a letter like such. And once arriving there, they all were confused as such until Madara arrived. Greetings, Kages of the Elemental Nation. My name is Madara Uchiha, and I declare war on elemental nations. Let the 4th Great Shinobi War commence. With that, he vanished, leaving everyone baffled and scared, and what followed suit was a war of Zetsu armies and the Shinobi alliance that was made. Naruto was requested to fight alongside them, and so Naruto did because his own clan told him to do so, because Mufasa told him to do so. While fighting, Madara was not only able to grab onto the other Bidus but also revive the Ten Tails and become its Jinchuriki. As soon as he did, he summoned the Ten Tails Biju mode and was on the other side. As he was fighting using the Ten Tails, we see that Naruto then said, "Fine, you wanna play rough? You're gonna get rough." As he summoned Mufasa and the other Lion Pride. "Naruto, took you a while enough to summon us. I need your help, Mufasa. Everyone, you're a part of the Pride. We always protect one of our own." As Mufasa roared, looking towards the Ten Tails, he charged, and what followed suit was the lion then turned into the size of the Ten Tails, literally fighting and tearing it to shreds as everyone was baffled as Naruto then challenged Madara. "They say that you are the strongest shinobi, called Yamino Shinobi in your time. Still am, brat. It's time to find out who is." As Naruto in his, well, true full strength fought head to head with Madara, who was also grinning ear to ear, as he was, even if on the losing end. For the first time I might even hate to admit it. I'm having fun. And that is against someone else entirely than Hashirama. You. I proclaim you to be the strongest. In the past, in the future, and in the present, Naruto Uzumaki. And you are still the same, Madara. As Naruto charged up, a golden orb in his hand. "Lion, roar!" said Naruto as he slammed that huge orb into Madara's chest as a huge lion appeared from the other side as a roar was heard throughout the whole area as Madara's breath was literally coughed out of his lungs as he puked out huge amount of blood. As Madara was on his knees, Naruto literally placed a foot on the top of his head and stomped his face to the ground. As Naruto roared in victory, as Zetsu and Obito were shocked, their plan, even the backup plan, failed. As Zetsu then tried to do one last thing in Ninja Versus trying to revive Kaguya, but failed flat when Naruto was now on him after Madara was defeated and literally snapped his neck, killing him then and there. Will of Kaguya was killed, and Obito was hunted down and maimed by the other lions. As after this was done, we see the entire elite nation forces noticed that the whole Zetsus were beginning to turn into trees as Naruto then walked there with his pride. As the other Kages were now standing in front, and the summoners were as well. As the summoning clans bowed, the summoners bowed as well. As Mufasa roared, making them order to rise up. "Mufasa-sama, we have heard tales of you. It is an honest pride of us from Eva to finally be in your presence. We have lived in Eva's nation, but now we have moved. You do not need to be such respectful, Oniki. Let this be a lesson. The sage, even though we did not allow him to be a part of our clan, he had good ambitions. Do not let his efforts go to waste. You still have time. The time we bought you this time around." As everyone began to turn and leave, as Naruto then followed suit. "Naruto, wait," said Minato. You can't just listen. I'm not your son. I never really was. So what's the point of you just going on around and trying to pretend to be my father? Listen to me and listen to me well." As Naruto took off his headband and threw it to the ground on his feet. "I'm denouncing you and your village as any part of my life. To be honest, it was a waste of time that I spent it here. But even in the end, I was able to do something exciting. Able to fight the strongest band, and even got proclaimed by him that I am the strongest. Fun. It was, while it lasted. Well, anyway, I'm out of here. This mess is yours to clean up." And so, Naruto left with his pride, to join them where he truly belonged, knowing fully well that the people that he left behind were nothing more than waste of space and trash. as this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.